Wendy Williams' entire family is going through it because it seems like everybody is coming for everybody else, and things keep getting crazier. Her son Kevin Jr. just came out to expose his dad and Sharina for stealing money from Wendy. And you guys are not gonna believe how desperate Kevin Sr. is getting over Wendy's money. Wendy Williams' personal life in the past couple of years has become super messy. Now, when people talk about how things are messy for Wendy, they mostly like to focus on her health because she hasn't exactly been in great health for like 2 years or so now. She's had COVID, struggled with complications from her Graves' disease, and also had some mental health problems, including the addiction that she has battled for a long time. That's bad enough, but her health challenges spilled over into her personal life and just made a bad situation even worse. As a result of her health struggles, she was absent from the last season of the Wendy Williams show and had to be covered by some guest hosts. Things were not looking great for her because there was no mark of improvement in her health. This eventually led to the show getting canceled and the time slot being given to Sherry Shepherd. It's important for y'all to know all this because it explains how her life got so crazy that her son is now calling out his father for stealing her money. So Wendy filed for divorce from her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, back in 2019 after she found out that he was expecting a baby with his side piece, Sharina Hudson. The affair wasn't new because they had been sneaking around since 2007 and Wendy was aware of the affair, but chose not to stop it as long as they didn't embarrass her by having a baby on her. The wild thing about this is that Wendy was the one financing Kevin's affair with Sharina because she was the moneymaker in the relationship. So not only was Kevin cheating, but he was also spending her money on his side piece. Child, it's the audacity for me. So when they got divorced, Kevin quickly realized that there was no way he could continue living a fancy lifestyle because he didn't have money of his own. He also didn't have a job because he had been fired from his role on the Wendy show. He actually blamed Wendy for getting him fired, saying, "When the news was out, I told her I would step down from the show, and Wendy told me I need to stay because I was having a kid. I stayed, only to later be lined up. I got fired from management, served divorce papers, and also fired from the show all in the same day." After Wendy left him, people were expecting him to get another job because he always claimed that he made Wendy what she was. So one would think that he would just do it again, right? Wrong. Rather than pulling out his resume and getting a job, he decided that he was just gonna go after Wendy and have her finance his life as long as possible by having her pay him alimony even though he was the one who cheated. What's even weirder, he asked Wendy to pay him child support even though their son was a legal adult at the time. Insiders claim that their son Kevin Jr. felt a type of way about his dad asking for alimony and child support, making it super obvious that he was only after the money. Wendy's son felt like it was tacky and classless, and he felt embarrassed by his father's behavior, and they even got into a physical fight about it when Kevin Sr. claiming that Wendy had been brainwashing their son, and this fight actually got Kevin Jr. arrested. For some reason, Wendy agreed to pay alimony, but she refused to pay child support, which wasn't surprising because it was a ridiculous request to start with. She paid the alimony monthly, and things went well for a while. But y'all know how I said her health issues made her personal life messy? Yeah, we're getting into all that right now. After Wendy was let go from her show, she became unemployed, and according to the clause in the alimony agreement, she no longer had to pay Kevin alimony if she left the Wendy show. The clause said, if for any reason plaintiff's contract, plaintiff being Wendy, with Talk Wendy Williams is not renewed and or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and the plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant, aka Kevin, understands and agrees that all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification. Well, things started going downhill from there pretty fast. Kevin was furious, and he put Wendy on blast, saying, "As the husband for 20 plus years and the creator of the Wendy Williams show, I was entitled to my half of everything that we had, just like any other couple divorcing. I went to the table in good faith and we reached what I thought was an amicable divorce. In fact, it was one of the fastest celebrity divorces ever. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it. I will only say for now that it breaks my heart to see what is happening to her. I know she is not in a good place and she is surrounded by people who are taking advantage of her condition, including this so-called guardianship. It's the audacity of this man to try and drag Wendy after she has been funding his life for years. It's funny how he also accused people of taking advantage of her when he's been doing the exact same thing for years, even when they were still married. He even recently tried to manipulate Wendy into getting him money by playing the pity card and claiming that he was broke. He said, "I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association and I'm behind on that bill. If the homeowners association and fees are not paid, foreclosure will soon follow. My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. He continued, I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely urgent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living. He probably thought that he could guilt trip Wendy into giving him money by making this public plea, but that didn't work because Wendy paid him dust. We haven't really heard much from him after that public plea, but sources have revealed that he is now resorting to more manipulation tactics to try and get Wendy's money, and he is using their son, Kevin Jr. According to an insider, Kevin approached Kevin Jr., asking him to help convince Wendy to fork over some money. The insider claimed that the reason Kevin did this is that he knows that Wendy loved Kevin Jr. more than anything else, and that she almost always gives in to his demands. So he figured that if he got Kevin Jr. involved, Wendy was more than likely going to give in. But Kevin Jr. was not having that, and he told his father off for being so desperate. The insider claimed that Kevin Jr. feels like his father never deserved the alimony that Wendy paid him, and he has always thought of it as stealing because his father didn't work for the money, and so he didn't earn it. Kevin Jr. also maintains his belief that it was tacky of his father to ask for alimony, and he wouldn't be helping him get any more money out of Wendy. Kevin Jr. also pointed out that Wendy isn't exactly swimming in a lot of cash right now because of her struggles with Wells Fargo. He added that he was recently evicted from his luxury apartment because Wendy couldn't pay his rent anymore. So if she couldn't pay her own son money, then her ex-husband shouldn't be trying to steal her money because there is nothing to be stolen. Someone commented, I'm so glad her son has spoken up for her. It's his job to protect his mother, especially in light of what has been going on. Another person said, Kevin Jr. knows way more than we do. I believe him 100%, and as unfortunate as the situation is, I'm glad little Kev is riding with his mom and speaking truth, even if Wendy can't. But do you guys think it's a good idea for Kevin to take sides, or do you think he should leave his parents to sort their own messy drama? And speaking of messy dramas, y'all are gonna want to check out this next video, cause child, it's your girl Kiki with the hottest tea. Peace.